Wetin dey sup for dis Europe, guys? Wetin dey sup, Gongo? I need una advice, abeg. I need una advice. More na just listening to this real life scenario. 4 reasons why Nigerian girls in Europe said no after the first date. Victor writes, I took her on a date the very first day we met in person. She suggested this classy, fine Italian restaurant. And of course, she ordered the most expensive wine and meal on the menu. Dinner was smooth, conversations were flowing, everything was perfect. Then we stepped outside. Since it was late summer, I wore a lightweight black bomber jacket with a singlet inside. The moment she saw that singlet, everything scattered. She frowned, called it bad dress sense, and insisted that I should have worn a round neck or a t-shirt instead. I tried cracking a light joke about it, but she wasn't having it. The more I explained, the angrier she got. That was how the date ended. By the next day, she stopped replying, ignored my calls, stalked me for a while on Instagram, then finally blocked me. Now imagine how my whole love story ended because of a singlet. Big J writes, we met at our favorite African restaurant and I thought it was a normal date. Food was nice, vibes were good until she suddenly turned it into a job interview. She started asking about my long-term financial capacity to take care of her. She's a senior HR personnel while I'm an IT engineer. I even showed her a glimpse of my monthly side hustle profits. She looked at it, laughed and said that's not enough. I swallowed my pride and kept eating. And I asked what kind of man she would want to marry. And she replied, it must be fluent in English like a native speaker. My brother, that bullet was clearly meant for me. After the date, she ghosted me like we never met. Till today, we are still strangers. Application rejected. Now, Victor writes, I took my crush, a church girl, out on the first date. I had big dreams. This was the one I wanted to spend my life with. Everything was smooth until she asked my opinion on cohabitation. With full confidence, I said, it's no big deal. It's an opportunity for couples to know each other better. That was the end. Her face changed instantly. She rushed her meal, finished her drink, and said, we cannot be together. I was still cutting my food while she was cutting me off. Just like that, my future wife disappeared before dessert. Oh boy, in Europe, first dates are like final exams. One wrong outfit, one wrong answer, one wrong grammar, you are disqualified immediately. Right? And you know the common thing among these scenarios from these 3 guys, the girls never paid a dime for the meal. They never contributed a dime. So this is the catch, right? So after going on a date, on the first date with this girl, right? When you try to engage in romantic sexual conversations, she turns you down because you guys are just getting to know each other. It's the wrong timing, all right? Even if you try to touch her waist, if you try any physical touch or you try to invite her over to your house or to a hotel, it'll be very rude and impolite. She will say you're rushing things. We just met 2 days ago. We just met a week ago. And this is our first date. And you're already inviting me like, you know, she programs you. She gives you conditions. Women know their power. They know their power and they use it very well. But most men do not know their power. They're very weak. The women are in charge, right? They're in charge of the game. So this is what I used to tell men, right? To gain your confidence back, you need to be able to say no to a beautiful girl. No matter how hot, no matter how blazing, sexy a girl is, how big the bakas be, you can be able to say no. You should be able to say no. You should be able to give her your conditions. You should be able to be disciplined. Even if you will not talk to her for 1 week or 1 month, you should be able to, even if it will pain you, you should be able to do shakara too. Because you have a price too. You have a price. The price is for both genders. You should also be able to do shakara. I've had to block some girls from my life in the past. Not because I didn't like them. I was highly attracted to them, but I had to block them just because I wanted to get control of myself. That's why I had to block those girls from my life. So you should be able to take control of yourself by saying no. Have that self-control, be disciplined. I don't know what you guys have to say about this, but I'll leave this to you guys to judge. These are true life scenarios. No fake. 100% happened. I can testify to that 100%. So what did they solve for this euro? Make una tell me a bit.